very much, Sandra Pepera. Thank you to the Riakovich Global Forum and women's leaders for this invite to address you today on the power of diversity. I hope you all love my outfit because it was especially made for exactly this forum. Normally, I make my own art. But in this case, I asked a friend of mine who's a designer like me to finish it up for me. The jacket is actually made of foil, which is a blanket given to refugees when they reach the port to cover themselves, to keep themselves warm. It's actually a piece of paper like this. That's why it's making so much noise, and that's why I had to use a handheld mic. So this is part of my activism. I hope you enjoy it. Now, like Sandra said, I'm a Swiss parliamentarian, but I'm an accidental politician, which means my rise to political prominence was driven by external circumstances rather than a calculated career trajectory. In 2012, I made a 2.5-minute film called Not Swiss Made that won awards and went viral. The movie is about how the Swiss Immigration Office wanted to revoke my Swiss citizenship because they didn't think I was Swiss enough. And yet, my ex-husband wanted a divorce because I had become too Swiss. So the question was, when are we, migrant women or women, enough? So my party, my political party, the Swiss Democratic Party, approached me to join them, and so started my political career. We need more politicians with unconventional trajectories, politicians with lived experiences, and not just the classical academics or those who, fit the model we want of patriarchal men with the white male gaze. These individuals usually have innovative problem-solving skills. They think outside the box like me and challenge conventional wisdom. For example, in 2019, I decided to join the Swiss military. For those of you who know anything about the military, you know I was already too old for that, but I wanted to do it anyway. And then I asked them, after I succeeded, to join the civil protection sector because I wanted to try and open this space to Swiss migrant women who are in the care sector and hardly get promoted beyond a certain level. During the pandemic, there was a lack of information on the virus in various languages that the migrant people spoke. So I asked the military if they would allow me to record a message in an understandable, low-entry way or language that everybody could understand. It was difficult to get the permission. In the end, they said yes, and typical of me, I decided to record a short movie, 2 minutes, where I was dancing a Corona song, where I showed them how to wash their hands, how to social distance, and how to stay at home. A second way of effective communication, which is known for politicians who have an artist background, is they're skilled communicators, so they use that to captivate audiences and convey ideas in compelling ways. They use their abilities to tell stories, like I'm trying to do right now, provoke emotions, engage people, to advocate for policies. So I already told you about this jacket. That was going to be my example of effective communication. The third way is advocating for social justice. Many artists are driven by a desire for social change and have a heightened awareness of societal issues. They attract attention, inspiring action, and making complex issues more accessible to the general public. I have a collage that I made. If you see it, it was during a time when Switzerland decided to actually face the fact that it had a hand in the transatlantic slave trade. We did the first ever exhibition on Switzerland and Zurich, actually, and colonialism. And I couldn't understand how the city of Zurich wanted to make such an exhibition and not exclude the voices of people of African descent. Then I asked myself, who was colonized? After fighting to get into this space, we were given a small place to actually air and show what we thought affected people of African descent. And This is an ode to the African women who helped me fight for this space. This collage that you see, on one side is completely black, on the other side there are words. There were statements from women of African descent who live in Zurich, who tried to tell their lives in less than a minute of what they go through. When you look at those statements, could you zoom in, please? When you look at those statements, it's in German at the moment, and you go over this collage with your phone. On your phone, little clips of these women talking about things like trauma porn, which is something they go through, or tokenism, which is another thing they go through, or hypersexualization will come up on your phone, and they would actually be talking to you about this live. So fostering creativity and cultural expression is something that politicians with such trajectories are very keen on doing and do it really well. For example, at the moment, I am the only one that I know who's a Swiss African yodeler. And on that note, because we couldn't show you the video, I'm actually going to risk this and go live. Min vader is ein Appenzolle, triodleidi, odleidi, jodo aspaches mit samtam talla, triodleidi, odlahudu. Ja, triodleidi, odleidi, jodo. Ja, triodleidi, odlahudu. Thank you. If you want to go far, according to the African saying, go alone. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I urge you to join me. Let's join together and promote artists with unconventional trajectories. Thank you.